Okay, so here is my allotment greenhouse. Now, I'll show you what I've grown so far. Got Brussels sprouts here. This is mixed varieties, 3 varieties, Bright, Brody and Braemar. Then they crop over several months, early, mid and late, so you get a crop over an extended period, which is an advantage over traditional varieties where you just get one in a seed pack, so you get a big glut in one go. And the next lot I've got are late summer into early autumn cabbages, again 3 varieties. I haven't written them on, but one of them I grew last year, Minicol, and they're quite small, so they're handy just for one dinner for 3 people each cabbage. Then we've got leeks. They are, I think, an F1 hybrid. I can't remember the name. I know I think it starts with an M, but it's not Musselburgh because they get diseases. Okay, then we've got in this half of the tray Bedford Brussels sprouts. The variety is Bedford. It's a very old variety that produces large sprouts. Although I'm using them as a comparison to my other sprouts to see which does better, the new or the old. The F1 hybrids versus the traditional method of open pollinated. Then we've got lettuce Little Gem here. They are just about ready to be pricked out, along with them and them and them. Then here we've got various varieties of tomato. We've got, this says Gardener's Delight, but I know these aren't. These are called Tigrella. But Thompson and Morgan made a mess up with their seed packets and put the wrong varieties in the packets last year, or the year before, and these happen to be ones that I bought. Then the next variety is Country Taste. I think that's another greenhouse variety. Then we've got these ones that I got from the Gardener's World magazine, Super Sweet 100. They're a cherry tomato. They're a large variety of tomato. These are cherry tomato. They're like a large cherry / plum tomato. And we've got Consoluto Fiorentino, which is an outdoor variety of tomato. I haven't sown too many of any of them because I want a selection of varying types of tomato in my greenhouse. Then the next thing we've got here are some flowers. Now these are heliotropes, which have a purple flower and smell like cherries. They're a Victorian bedding plant. They're not much grown now. Then we've got another vegetable, celery, which I've never grown before, and I had no idea that the seedlings would be so small. Then next we've got another flower, Cosmos. I think it's Sensation, the variety. I'm not exactly sure. Now these I got again through the Gardener's World catalogue. Down here we've got, I'll start from the back, we've got zinnias, which are another bedding plant. Then mimulus, they like shade, and petunias, and the variety is Purple Velvet. They're a trailing one that apparently trail 3 feet. There's only about 12 seeds in the packet, so how well they will do. Then we've got antirrhinums, and they're out of date, but they'll do alright, I think. They need a bit more water, because I watered them yesterday, and I don't think I got the watering can all the way to the back. Next we've got parsley, which you all know that's a herb. And we've got some pots of sweet peas, which again these seeds came free through the Gardener's World magazine. Now, these sweet peas are, well, what can I say about them? They're a mixture, and this pot I sowed 3 seeds and none have come up. So that one's only got 1 in, they might get another one come up later. They've got 3, 2, 3, 2. 2, and none, which is weird. Then we've got some dahlias down here in this pot. That's Starlight Mix, I think. I've got some tubers of them from last year. And then we've got some sunflowers here called Harlequins, varying colours. Pinks and reds and oranges and autumnal tones. Then over here we've got what I sowed last year, which are hollyhocks. Several of them have died. I've thrown some out already, but I don't know why they die. I think it's because when you sow them late, the ones that are a bit slow to come up in the tray aren't as resistant to the cold. Right, so now the next thing I'm going to speak about is this paraffin heater, which overnight has used half a gallon of fuel. Just overnight, so it's 12 hours of burning and it's used half a gallon of paraffin, which is kind of mad, because it's supposed to only use, I think, a gallon in 4 days, so in 12 or just over 12 hours or 14 hours it's used a half a gallon, which is crazy. Right, I'll show you some more of the allotment. Now we've got potatoes in here. These ones are all Pentland Javelin, which is a first early. See? Then over here we have got another row of Pentland Javelin, and then it changes to Wiltshire, which is a second early. And then that stays to Wiltshires until you get to here, which is a variety called Desiree, which I think is a main crop. It's a TV chef's favourite apparently, and the #1 red potato in the world. Then over here we've got more Desiree potatoes, and then we come to Charlotte New potatoes, which they're just kind of fitted in on the end. There was an offer of them in the Gardens World catalogue, so that's that. And then over here we've got onion sets. The variety I think is Stir-On, which is a very good variety that I've grown for several years, as well as Stuttgarter, which I've grown in the past but not this year. And over here is some broad beans, which are very lovely fragrant flowers. Very pretty black and white flowers, which are quite attractive. Then we've got some leeks here. These were last year's, so we'll dig them up soon. And here we've got some broccoli. Now, it's purple sprouting broccoli, and I've picked quite a lot of it, but let me show you some over here. This is kind of what it should look like when it's ready. Slightly a bit bigger than that, but it's a very nice purple colour, but when it's cooked it goes green, which is quite a sad shame because it's quite a bright colour. There's the rest of the broccoli. Again, it's a mixed variety. There's 3 varieties, one of them being red cardinal or something like that, and they're quite good. They'll crop from March through till May, the mid and an earlier, mid and a late cropping. So I think that's about it. Actually no, there's one more, which is the rhubarb. Now we've got Timperley early rhubarb here, which is rather an early variety. I don't know as we'll be picking it this year, but we probably will try, because you're supposed to give it a couple of years to bulk up a bit. And this one I have no idea what variety it is, but I think, when you look at the look of it, it's starting to go to seed, which is a shame because it's a new plant. They only had it a year and 2 years, I think. Then we've got some of these daffodils. So they're tete-a-tete. which means head to head because they've got two flowers on each stem, but they're not all of them because that's only got one. And then we've got these mixed ones, which have quite a lovely centre to them, orange. I think we've got some around here. Now these are very nice ones. There you get 2 or 3 of them on a stem. They've got a bit of a fragrance, I believe. Then over here we've got some more tete-a-tetes and an rascal one here that's a multi-petaled, multi-double flowered, almost like a chrysanthemum. Then here we've got Robbins's daffodils, which are, I think they're a variety called Arkle, I'm not sure, but the flower looks rather like Arkle, which is named after the racecourse in Ireland, I believe. So these bulbs are probably descendants of ones that were planted in an empty house next to my grandparents' front garden in the 1960s or 70s. Or probably a bit later, I don't know. Then there's this very nice daffodil here with an orange centre, looks just like a fried egg. Very attractive. And here's my bird table. Oh, and here we have raspberries. One of them is one's a summer and one's an autumn one, but I'm not exactly sure which one's which. Then we've got a gooseberry here called Hikoaki something. It's a Japanese variety, or named after something Japanese. It's red fruiting. They're very nice. They taste just like red grapes, which one wouldn't expect from a gooseberry because they're usually a bit bitter. And we've got some strawberry plants here, and these ones here, which are a different variety, but I can't for the life of me remember the name. Then we've got a white currant here, I think, a red currant there, and over here we have got a raspberry called Glen Lion and a black currant called Ben Conan, or Conan. And over here is this tree, which is an almond tree, which I planted last year. I grew it from an almond that I had in a bag of Christmas nuts. I planted about 2 years ago. I don't think it will flower this year, but it'll flower in a few years, and then you may even get some almonds, though I doubt they'll ripen in our climate. And there's the shed. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Thank you and goodbye.